7 foods and drinks that will disappear from the US because of Trump's tariffs. 7. Tropical produce. The cost of bananas, pineapples, and coconuts is expected to rise. These items spoil quickly and can't be stored for long periods. Due to their nature, they also can't be produced at scale within the US. About 40% of bananas in the US come from Guatemala. That country is now dealing with a 10% retaliatory tariff. A large number of avocados in the US are imported from Mexico. Supermarkets typically work on very small profit margins. They will struggle to manage the 25% tariff on goods from Mexico. 6. Seafood. The US imports a significant amount of fish from Chile and Vietnam. These nations are now facing a 10% import tax. Vietnam was initially charged with a 46% tariff. China currently faces a much higher rate at 125%. It ranks as the 7th biggest supplier of seafood to the US. However, this doesn't always mean the fish originates from China. For instance, Alaskan cod is sent to China to be frozen. Then, it's processed into fillets and shipped back to the US. 5. Coffee. Climate shifts are already affecting coffee availability. Now, coffee drinkers might also face higher prices. Brazil and Colombia, 2 main suppliers, are now facing 10% tariffs. These nations are responsible for a large portion of America's coffee. Switzerland also plays a role, mainly sending instant coffee products. 4. Olive oil. Most of the olive oil consumed in the US is sourced from Europe. Italy and Spain are the top suppliers. Now, both countries are subject to a 10% tariff. This rate was reduced by Trump from the original 20%. The US only produces about 2% of the olive oil it uses. Increasing domestic production would be very difficult. Tunisia, the 3rd largest source, is also facing a 10% tariff now. 3. Chocolate. The US imports most of its cocoa-based products from the Ivory Coast. Ghana is the 2nd largest contributor. Both these nations are currently dealing with a 10% tariff. Chocolate, a key ingredient in many confections, could become less available. Some sweets might eventually vanish from store shelves. 2. Nuts. Vietnam is a leading provider of cashews to the US. It has until July 8 to finalize a trade agreement with America. If not, its cashews may be taxed at a 46% rate. While macadamia nuts are grown in the US, many still come from Australia. Australia now also faces a 10% tariff. 1. Alcohol. High tariffs on hard drinks are expected to impact American bars and restaurants. High tariffs on hard drinks are expected to impact American bars and restaurants. 20% of wine consumed in the US comes from Europe. Several well-loved cocktails rely on European-made spirits. Imported beverages from Europe might be taxed as high as 200%. This could force bars to remove popular drinks from their offerings. Tequila from Mexico may also become less common in the US.